Welcome back to Newstalgia, the show where we find out what happens when something old becomes something new. For the first time in this series, I'll be doing a back-to-back for a franchise. This week will be Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and next week will be Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. I figured what better way to lead into the long-awaited sequel? Well, long-awaited at least for me. One thing to keep in mind, as far as I know, the ports of these games have been removed from digital stores. On top of that, I don't believe physical copies were ever actually released, so as of now, you can't really buy these. This is part of the reason why I wanted to do this two-parter. As excited as I am for the third game, I'm also very nervous. The Ultimate Alliance games have had an odd life cycle. The first game was originally released on PS2, PS3, Xbox, and Xbox 360. Eventually, it was ported to PSP, Wii, PC, and then in 2016 onto PS4 and Xbox One. See, the odd thing about the life cycle of this game is that at one point, it, along with 2, were removed from digital stores, only to be brought back again later on, and then removed again. For the longest time, I assumed the franchise was dead, and then they brought it back, this time on current-gen systems. And then, they removed it. Again. Honestly, it's so odd with how this franchise has been handled. Even after that though, they're making a new game. Although obviously a new studio is in charge. Look, I was really happy for it to re-release on PS4 and Xbox One. I really missed the series and I'm excited for 3. But we need to talk about the past to get ready for the future. The Marvel Ultimate Alliance port released on PS4 and Xbox One is very disappointing. When it first launched, they didn't even include the DLC characters. It wasn't until complaints from fans that they eventually released them for free. Ignoring that, they didn't even change anything. This is pretty much the PC version, no improvements to graphics whatsoever. It's really disappointing, even more so that they charged like $40 just for the first one at launch, even though this was so lazily done. It was honestly such a cash grab and I can see why it was taken down. But at the same time, as much as I hated this, I love this. I missed the gameplay and the variety of characters and costumes you had access to. While the port itself left me disappointed, the game itself still left me entertained. One of the things I've always loved about this game is the variety of characters, even more so with all the DLC characters. For the most part, they all feel unique and each have 3 additional costumes you can unlock. I can't really recommend this game since you can't actually buy this, but I can say this. Ports like this are one of the things that are wrong with gaming nowadays. It's publishers trying to price like a current gen game on a previous gen game, with no effort put in whatsoever to justify it. But that's just my thoughts on the first game. Stay tuned for next week to hear my thoughts on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2.